Hello together. In this video I will show you how to get in your Excel file uh, a report a pivot table or report data from an Access database. Since somebody asked me how this works. We have here a simple Access database, the old database from all my stuff, which included all my stuff. There is my folders and details. So this is my web interface, my data from my web database. And I have here a query of some values. Here it's called Pivot Auswertung Web, something like this. Okay, it's just showing the data, what is which area, folder, and items exist on there. Okay, now what I want to show you is that we open an Excel file, excuse me, Germany. We start here Excel file, Excel demo, Access data shown, or something like this. Now when I start that, we don't need him anymore. Yeah. Then the easiest way that I found is that you say we have here to import, and we have here data. But you should go this way. This is really the easiest one. When you say import, then let's see. Yeah, here it is. I always have to look it up again like this. Here, external data, we say like this. Now we have here the From Access button. This is very important because when you go this way, then you don't have to select which database calculation has to be there. It's an OLE driver or which one else. Okay, you don't have to care about that. Just say this one from Access database. Then you go to your folder where the Access database itself is. Then you will find your Access database. It's called here ACCDB, Access database. And then when you select it, just open that stuff and then you will see this is the pivot, the query which you have seen there. When you may select this one, or you may only simply take some tables, but the best way is if you prepare a query on there. So when I take this, now you have this beautiful interface which says, okay, give me a pivot table in the actual worksheet. So now when we go there, then you see on the right side, not only this beautiful man, you also see a lot of stuff. These are the fields which are in the table, and the setup is quite good. You may go there whenever you push something on there, here from, for example, to the filter, then it drops on the top area on there. Now what I say there is give me a list of folders, not here in the rows, and then show me how many folders are in there or visits are in there. So this is the accumulation, the sum of all visits which are inside of this folder here. You see it here. And when you take this one, when you go into the pivot table and say there, take the classic pivot table type layout. This is the better one. Then you are able to drag and drop those fields. So in this case now I have it here on the top, but I may also take it on there. But then it goes around there. Let's do it like this. when you have those areas, then in this area I have access in my office table. Office area, I have 2000 access visits. It's an old one. You see the same. It's when you are in my database. This is my website, and then when you are here in the office area, then all the accumulation of all that stuff is on. Let's see. That's the all of those values. When you double click on that, then you see the single items which are calculated on there, and then you have here the sum of all. This is the sum equals sum of tabulator and like this, and tabulator, then if you 2815, and you will see the same stuff is there. But it's also quite easy to move those fields here on the right side. And then you may save that stuff. Just save it, close it, okay. And when you're on the database itself, you are also able to drop your own stuff in there. So when you have there, if you open a table and drop that stuff in there, then you have the same table in there. So that's on a second edition. But basically, it was important for me that whenever the data change, and when you have that stuff, you may actualize all that stuff, refresh all those data, and this data itself, where here when you refresh everything, here is the symbol for that. These are not too many data, so it refreshes at below a second. When you have more data, then it will needs a little bit more time. But it was not necessary to think about. In this case, it was not necessary to think about the way of how to connect it or how to give the password and user in there. So I hope I could help you in this point, and if you have questions, ask me on that stuff.